I want to talk about alternate picking. So another guitar technique episode, and this is gonna be, I think, a long one, or it's gonna span multiple episodes. Similar to the sweep picking and legato technique, I'm gonna divide it into different parts, maybe two, because I think alternate picking diatonic scales and alternate picking arpeggios is different. At least the way you play it is different, or I mean the difficulty. But it's all the same. It's alternate picking. If you're not familiar with it, it's basically you alternate between a downstroke and an upstroke. So down, up, and so on and so forth. It's usually used so that you can pick fast. Because if you play only downstrokes, you can only play that fast. But if you play down, up, so you can play fast, big notes. So I think let's start with beginner level alternate picking. So I think what we need to learn or master at the beginner level of alternate picking, aside from being able to familiarize yourself with the motion of down, up, down, up, down, up. Well, obviously you need to get used to that motion. Start slow, gradually pick up speed. The first thing that we need to learn is to be able to alternate pick different subdivisions. So that's what we're going to do in this episode. So basically I'm just going to play a metronome here, or a drum beat, and we're going to divide. Usually it's the base of the subdivision from the quarter note. So in case you're not familiar with how to subdivide notes, just a quick tip: if you have a drum beat like this, so for you to find the quarter note, just take note of where the kick and snare of the beat land. So kick, snare, that's your quarter note. That's your 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna start off with 1 note per beat, 2 notes per beat, all the way to 6 notes per beat, and we're gonna basically the purpose of this exercise or lesson is to, as we go through all the subdivisions, we need to keep a constant down, up, down, up, down, up motion of the pick. So we're just gonna focus on 1 note, 1 string. So let's start with the 1 note per beat, or in musical terms, it's quarter note subdivision. So 1 note per beat. So basically I just pick during the kick and the snare. Down, up, down, up. So very easy. Just down, up on the quarter note. So let's move on to 2 notes per beat. In musical terms, that's 8 notes. Same tempo. So basically it's the same tempo, same beat, but we're just subdividing the notes. So in 1 beat, we play 2 notes, and it's even notes. It's not like that. It's you keep an even distance for each note. So you go. So basically 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down, up, down, up, down. So if you're new to this, you might still need to adjust. Maybe if you're not familiar with different subdivisions, you might pick the notes faster than intended or slower. So you need to adjust the subdivision of your picking notes, picking strokes, so that it will be even. Because the next step for this is to increase the tempo, or you should be able to play different subdivisions in different tempos. So that's the goal basically. So let's move on. 3 notes per beat. This is kind of tricky because it's odd. So for each beat, we'll divide it into 3 notes. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now this is a little bit tricky because the accent this time changes or shifts from a downstroke to an upstroke. So down, up, down for the first quarter note, and the second quarter note is up, down, up. So down, up, down, up, down, up. So once again. Down, 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 up, down, up. So it's very important for us to get used to these different subdivisions and keeping a constant alternate picking stroke, because usually most of the time we play diatonic scales, it's 3 notes per string. So it's 3 notes per string anyway, so you need to get the motion, or get used to the motion of down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And regardless of the subdivision, whether it's 3 notes per beat or 16 notes or 16 note triplets. So so that was 3 notes per beat, or that in musical terms that's 8 note triplets. Let's move on to 4 notes per beat, which is 16 notes. So for every beat, 4 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So a quick tip, if you're still trying to adjust, you're still getting used to this, you can accent the quarter notes. So for example, because when you're still starting out, like I said, the subdivisions of your picking strokes may not be too even yet. By accenting the quarter note or the downstroke or the upstroke, if you're playing 3 notes per beat, it helps you readjust the next time you play it, next time you play the subdivisions. Just a quick tip. So we're gonna skip 5 notes per beat because that's a little bit kind of advanced, but you could if you want to. But let's just go straight ahead to 6 notes per beat, which is 16 note triplets. If you hear a scratching noise, that's my dog there scratching the floor. Please don't mind it. So 16 note triplets, 6 notes per beat. For every beat, 6 notes. 1, 2, wait. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right, so obviously that's the goal, initial goal when we start alternate picking, and obviously that's picking 1 note, 1 string might be too boring for some of us. You can go ahead and go to the next step and practice the 2 things simultaneously, like working on subdivisions and working on scale fragments. Because if you already know how to pick 1 note in any subdivision, you might want to try and explore 1 string scale fragments. So like for example, something like that. So maybe start with that. That's my suggestion, because that's usually what we do with scales anyway, per string. It's 3 notes per string. So if you're still starting out, try playing 3 notes in 1 string. So I'm gonna demonstrate that constant alternate picking from 1 notes all the way to 6 notes per beat. Same tempo. 1 note. 2 notes. 3 notes. If it gets boring, you can shift to a different position. 4 notes. 5 6 notes. So once again, it's very important because basically that's what we do in every string when we're playing scales. So eventually when you get used to that, different subdivisions and different scale fragments, like you can even descend this pattern. You can think of different scale fragments to work with and play it in different subdivisions, and the next step should be playing them in different strings. So for example, back again to the beat, let's say 1 note per beat, ascending major scale, constant down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, 2 notes. 3 notes. 4 notes per beat. 6 notes per beat. And once you're past that stage, you can increase the tempo gradually, and you can and also work your descending as well. Alright, so that's it for the basic alternate picking technique.